let's be real. When someone says, "You have to see this ancient city," you hear, "Get ready to sweat and stare at rocks." I put on my best "I'm so cultured" face for my friends, but inside, I was plotting my escape to air conditioning. Another historical site. Fantastic, just what I needed. I packed sunglasses to hide my boredom, a phone charger, and a healthy dose of skepticism. I was ready to be unimpressed, to nod politely at a wall. Just a wall, but old, so apparently important. I braced for the inevitable. Imagine what it was like back then. Honestly, I was imagining my couch and Netflix, my expectations, grounded. I pictured myself trudging through dirt, sweating and faking a "look at me, I'm learning" photo. It's the classic traveler's dilemma: look deep and appreciative, but secretly crave a frappuccino. The pressure to be moved by every ruin is real. Miss a tear at a fallen column, and you're a soulless Philistine. So off to Byblos I went, told it would change my perspective on history. I was skeptical. Old stones are old stones, right? They don't talk, don't do tricks, they just sit there being ancient, and you're supposed to feel something profound. That's a lot to ask from a pile of rocks. But hey, I was willing to give it a shot. At the very least, I figured I'd get a decent story out of it, or a really good tan. Byblos claims to be the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world. But so do Jericho, Damascus, and Aleppo. It's like the Olympics for ancient places. Every guide swears their city is the oldest. After the third oldest city, you start to think ancient mayors had a group chat to mess with tourists. Byblos, or Jabil, actually has a strong claim. People have lived here for about 7,000 years. That's older than writing the pyramids and probably your grandma's cookie recipe. The name Byblos is tied to the Bible and books. Papyrus shipped from here gave us the word Bible. So thanks Byblos for history and for homework. Locals are proud of the oldest city title. They'll point to a stone and say, "This was here before your country existed." And they're not wrong. You're walking on ground that's been walked on since the Stone Age. It's humbling. Your Wi-Fi problems seem small compared to ancient invasions. But let's be honest, does it matter if it's 7,000 or 6,500 years old? It's old. Very old. The important thing is, it's still here. A living city, not just a museum. People run businesses and take selfies next to ruins that have seen empires rise and fall. That's what's impressive. It's not just old, it's a survivor. A very, very old survivor. And that's worth more than any oldest city trophy. Byblos wears its age with pride. It's not just about the years, it's about the stories still unfolding, and that's what makes it special. The first stop in Byblos is the harbor, and it's stunning. The water is impossibly blue, flanked by old stone buildings and fishing boats that look straight out of history. But nestled among them are gleaming white yachts, like Monaco Crash the Party. It's a hilarious contrast, fishermen mending nets next to billionaires on floating mansions. The Phoenicians once sailed from here, trading cedar, papyrus, and maybe the world's first hummus. Now their legendary port hosts restaurants where the catch of the day costs more than a Phoenician ship. You can sit by the water imagining ancient sailors, minus the yachts and Instagrammers. The sun sets, everyone scrambles for the perfect photo, and you dodge selfie sticks like it's an Olympic sport. No matter how ancient a place is, we'll always find a way to make it about our social media. The Phoenicians gave us the alphabet, we gave the world the duck face. I'm not sure who got the better deal, but the harbor? It's still magic, even if you have to share it with 100 influencers. Looming over Byblos is the Crusader castle, big, imposing, and built to say, "Don't mess with us." Built in the 12th century, it's practically modern by Byblos standards, using stones from even older ruins. It's a historical layer, cake, Crusader, Roman, Phoenician, all stacked together. Climb the towers, walk the ramparts, and take in views of the city and sea. Up here you feel the scale of history, and maybe your own lack of cardio. Inside, it's a maze of rooms, some open to the sky, wildflowers growing between ancient stones. The best part, it feels real. You can touch the stones, imagine the battles, and feel the weight of centuries. Once a fortress of power, now a playground for tourists and their cameras. I bet the Crusaders never saw that coming. Next to the castle is the archaeological site, the heart of ancient Byblos. To most, it looks like a construction site, piles of stones, deep pits, and a lot of dirt. Archaeologists see thousands of years of history. I see a tripping hazard. Guides point out layers, Phoenician walls, Roman ruins, a Neolithic well. It's fascinating, but after a while, eras blur together. Was it Romans or Phoenicians? You nod, pretending to follow, mostly trying not to get sunburned. The highlight is the Roman amphitheater, beautifully preserved and facing the sea. Today, it hosts concerts instead of gladiators. Less blood, more bass. For every amazing structure, there are a dozen piles of rocks people stare at, searching for ghosts of the past. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to figure out if that pile is significant or just a pile. Selfie sticks are everywhere, people posing like they're pondering the fall of civilizations, or maybe just checking their teeth. It's hard to tell, but it's all part of the show. After the ruins, escape to the old souk, a maze of cobblestone streets and charming shops. It's picturesque, with stone archways draped in flowers and the scent of coffee in the air. The shops sell everything: crafts, jewelry, I Heart Byblos shirts, even fossils millions of years old. You can buy a prehistoric fish for your coffee table, ultimate conversation starter, or just weird. You decide. The souk is a tourist trap, but a beautiful one. Cafes and restaurants line the streets, perfect for people watching and refueling. Locals chat, families stroll, tourists look happily lost. The stones are ancient, but the conversations are about the latest iPhone. Be warned, the souk is designed to separate you from your money. You go in to look, come out with bags and a kaftan you'll never wear. The shopkeepers are charming, and suddenly, you're buying things you didn't know you needed. The souk is a beautiful, dangerous place. Enter at your own risk. Let's talk food, because in Lebanon, history is just the appetizer. The hummus here is so creamy, it'll ruin supermarket hummus forever. Meze is the Lebanese version of tapas, but better tabbouleh, fattoush, baba ganoush, and more. There are dishes you've never heard of: mahamara, shanklish, each one a flavor explosion. The main courses: grilled meats, shish tawuk, kafta, lamb chops, all smoky and tender. Americans might find the flavors exotic: parsley, mint, sumac, pomegranate molasses, but exotic just means delicious and new. My advice, try everything. Your taste buds will thank you. And the sweets, baklava dripping with honey, nefa that's basically dessert as a hug. Lebanese coffee is strong enough to wake your ancestors. After a meal in Byblos, you'll be full, happy, and ready for a nap. The food alone is worth the trip. You'll understand why people have fought over this land for millennia. They just wanted the best table. Come hungry, leave amazed, and maybe a little heavier. No regrets. Byblos isn't for the crowd-averse, but there are ways to survive. First, manage your expectations. You won't have a spiritual moment alone at the castle in July. Embrace the chaos. Watch the influencers pose. It's a cultural experience. Go early or late for peace and better light. The ruins at dawn or the souk at night feel magical. Don't be afraid to wander off the main path. The best moments happen when you get a little lost. Find a local cafe, try to chat, even if you don't speak the language. These are the memories that stick. Most importantly, keep your sense of humor. Yes, travel is stressful. Yes, tourist traps are real. But you're in one of the oldest cities in the world. That's a privilege. Laugh at the absurdity. Laugh at yourself for buying that kaftan. Don't take it too seriously. The most miserable travelers are the ones trying too hard to be profound. Relax, eat some hummus, and enjoy the ride. History is more fun when you're not forcing it. So, after all the walking, sweating, and dodging selfie sticks, was Byblos worth it? Did I have a spiritual awakening? No, but I'll admit, Byblos is pretty damn cool. It's more than a pile of rocks. The sheer age of the place gets under your skin. Walking streets that have seen 7,000 years makes your own problems feel tiny. The city has seen it all and is still standing. There's comfort in that. The real magic is in the mix. Crusader castles above beach clubs, prayer calls blending with pop music, ancient recipes on modern plates. Byblos isn't trapped in the past, it wears its history comfortably. Would I recommend it? Yes, even to cynics. Go with low expectations, ready to make fun of it all, and you might just be impressed. You might catch a bit of that sunset magic. You might learn something, despite yourself. And if nothing else, you'll eat some of the best food of your life. Byblos, you're old, crowded, and full of history, but you're special. Just don't tell anyone I said that.